All right, hello and welcome. My name is Jose, aka Sinomanjo. Episode 27. Can you guys believe that?
We're almost at the big 30.
27 of these. My name is Jose, like I said before. Can you guys introduce yourselves?
Yes, hello, it's me. I'm ready.
Your body's ready, or are you ready?
No, I'm ready. I've been ready. And it's me to go.
Is this a meme you guys are doing?
No, we've been ready since you said you were ready.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I just said, can you guys introduce yourselves?
Hello, it's me.
All right. Thank you, sir. It's good to meet you. It's me.
Yep.
Bringing the dad jokes out of me. And then I guess who are you, other sir?
Yeah, Mactastic, larva.
Are you sure it's not larva?
Hey, I just said it.
I still can't get what you said yesterday out of my head. What is a larva but not? What is
lore?
Yeah.
The hidden lore.
What is a larva but what is a fly but a larva? What did you say?
Oh, well, what is a maggot but a fly larva?
Oh, gross. Yep, yeah. There it is. All right. Well, today we got a couple.
I appreciate that.
That's all good.
You.
Today we got the ending of Arcane. I know you guys talked about it a little bit, but sure, I would like to hear your thoughts on comparing season 1 to season 2. I know that one's the beginning, one the end, but I just kind of want to pick your brain at it. Same with you, Salem. And then yeah, we got some news stories from throughout the week. The one that you sent in the Discord, Sherm, right here. I don't know if you've got your thing up, but you two both have watched this trailer, right? How to Train Your Dragon remake, live action remake.
No, I have no experience with How to Train Your Dragon. Should watch the first movie. It's really good. Highly recommend. Well,
So-
how are the other ones though?
Really good.
I think I watched the second one, but I don't remember it, and I don't think I've seen the third one. Oh.
So the first one is amazing. The second one is honestly so forgettable. I'm even in doubt that I watched it. And the third one is also pretty good.
Okay. So the first one is good according to you both. The second one may or may not exist, and the third one is probably.
Yeah.
The first one might be my favorite animated movie of all time. Really?
I
Of all
second
time?
that. It's one of the greatest things.
It's top 3 for sure. Oh, okay. Damn. So good.
It is a great movie. So Sherm, let's have Salem experience this. I don't know. Would you say this is a worse version to experience this kind of thing?
Yeah, just watch the movie.
Yeah. So Salem, here, let's give you this trailer here.
Okay. And since I have no experience, I can be a 100% blind judge.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Didn't get Jason Momoa in this movie. Shame. And
It's a missed opportunity.
let's see. The dragon's called what? Toothless? Is that right?
Toothless.
Yeah.
I won't lie. It does look like a very good dragon.
Yeah, I like it. All right, that's all we got, huh?
Yep, we get our first official teaser trailer. However, this is just cuts of the OG movie, right?
I mean, it's just a live action version of the first movie.
Correct. And see, here's the thing: is like we just said, this is kind of a worse version of a good thing, in my opinion. How are you feeling on that, Sherm? Are you lukewarm? Is your body ready for a live action remake?
It can't be better, so it has to be either as good or worse.
I agree.
I don't think that movie can be improved in many ways, if any at all. So making it live action, I think you're going to lose a little bit no matter what. So it's just going to be a worse movie.
I do love the story of Toothless. The main kid was it Finn?
No, I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
It's something weird.
I gotta real quick. Hiccup. That's the main guy's
I mean,
name.
his name's Hiccup.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So tell me here, Salem, how do you feel about this thing? Have you seen clips? Have you seen parts of it? What do you know about How to Train Your Dragon?
I guess I know Toothless. I know the main guy kind of looked like a dork. Hiccup. And then there's like a meme where one of the characters is like, "You're as beautiful as the day I lost you," something like that. Yeah, that's just it. Okay, so that's about all I know.
Okay. Would you be willing to watch the OG movie and then?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, if you guys
review
love
that
much.
at some point. Okay. I mean, I can't say I'm excited for this, but I am morbidly curious to check this movie out. I probably will go see this. Any passing interest in you guys to go see this together?
No, I did not want to go see that.
right.
Like, if I love the animated one, as much as you guys do, or at least enough to where like maybe I'd be morbidly curious about it, maybe. But like in general, I really am just kind of tired of seeing live action versions of animated things.
I agree. And here's something. I would say we are quite a few years removed from How to Train Your Dragon. Yep, 2010. So it has been 14 years now. Some of the people that like us that were kids, this is prime nostalgia bait. So unfortunately, the people that are now fathers and mothers, or they were, just a wee tiny lad, they will now be old enough to be like, oh, that's that thing I liked. So they'll probably be prime candidates to go see this, watch it, and be like, yeah, it was pretty good. But I really enjoyed the animated one when I was younger. This is all that'll be.
Like, the thing to me is like, well, if I love film, and it's been this long, I would just go back and watch the original film again. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's what you think. But somebody like us who spends time on the internet and then, reviewers, I would say, even though they would say something like, oh, I wouldn't watch this if I wasn't reviewing. I get it, but it sucks that most people are just going to go because they remember this is something they like. So, I mean, yeah, other than that trailer, that's really the only trailer I had this week. But if we got nothing else to say about that, let's go ahead and move on to our next story. The Game Award nominations. What did you guys feel about that?
Oh, wait, did they actually happen?
The nominations, yeah.
Oh, just the nominations. Okay. Yeah, you can tell how in the loop I am about this shit. Dude, I hear about this probably like, I don't know, a few days after on Twitter. I literally don't. I stopped watching these like years ago, like any award show type stuff for games.
Do you remember the controversy from last year was how did Baldur's Gate win over Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, that was a ridiculous
Wait, was there
argument.
a controversy about that?
Oh yeah, people were big angry.
Wait, why?
See, here's the thing. I loved Spider-Man 2, but in comparison to a game rich with depth, lots of hundreds of hours of gameplay, decisions, and an expansive world, it does not compare to like an 10-hour Spider-Man game. Like even I platinumed that shit and it took me like 20 hours, and all I was doing in the end was just doing little tedious things to just wrap up my platinum trophy. And then I uninstalled it and never touched it again.
Well, I mean, at least from what I remember when these games were released, like I remember people talking about Baldur's Gate for quite some time after it came out. And all the people making like videos on it about like their playthroughs and everything. But I mean, I'm not in touch with the Spider-Man game people. I just know that I saw Baldur's Gate a hell of a lot more, but I didn't realize there was like some big thing about one winning over the other.
It's like the Call of Duty bros going, how did Elden Ring win Game of the Year when Call of Duty was a game last year? Like it's the same level of argument. Like they can't fathom anything outside of their small circle of video games they play. They're like, Baldur's Gate, what's that? A D&D thing? How did that beat Spider-Man?
I don't mean this in any offensive way to the people that do genuinely still play Call of Duty to this day and enjoy it, but it's just such a funny thing for me to think about. Like your average Call of Duty guy going, why the fuck didn't my Call of Duty win?
It's like,
why didn't my Spider-Man win?
Like, props to those people. I hope they're having fun, but like there's been so much coverage about how Call of Duty's like deteriorated over time. I don't get it.
It's like, how did Endgame not win an Academy Award for Best Picture when this other thing, like it's that same level of argument, like, oh, I didn't see anything besides what I wanted to see, so why didn't the thing I like win?
Yeah.
Fuck, I guess, man. I guess.
See,
I don't know.
It's what these awards basically are I would say award shows are pats on the back for themselves. And I would say a video game award, when you have a specific thing like video games, which have such a wide variety of genres, there's no way everybody, and plus each game could take like hundreds of hours and people could still be putting hundreds of hours into it at this moment. Like say for example, someone could still be playing Baldur's Gate 3. Hell, people are still playing Elden Ring. People were playing Elden Ring over and over and over until that Shadow Tree DLC dropped, and people were playing it over and over again. Those guys have no idea if what's going on in the Call of Duty space, because all the Call of Duty bros are playing thousands of hours of Call of Duty. So when these awards come up and the nominees come around and there's somebody like us, or at least me, who plays a lot of different genres of games, and I see, okay, that one's up, and then you just hear complaining and crying from like both sides, like, what? No one was even playing that. It's like, no, you were just in your own little world. People were playing this.
And like the Baldur's Gate thing last year was extra weird to me because it's like Baldur's Gate is probably one of the best games that's come out in recent years where it like didn't have problems day one, didn't have like AAA studio fucking microtransactions in it. You paid for the game, you got the whole game.
Can't imagine that.
Yeah, like I remember stories coming out when Baldur's Gate was releasing where like other devs from video game studios were like, please stop Larian, they're making us all look bad. Like they're doing too good a job on their video game.
I could have sworn I heard some coverage about like an article or someone saying that shit. I didn't believe it at first because that just sounds so like ridiculous, like something you'd never say out loud.
Yeah, they literally said the quiet part out loud.
Like it's just absurd. Like what do you mean? Like just try to make better stuff. I don't know, man.
Yeah, remember when we made video games because we wanted to make a special thing for people to experience?
Yeah, we don't do that anymore. It's all about loot boxes now.
Instead of pumping out a sequel every year, that people like, that's what gets me, is the people that buy the sequel to the Call of Duties and that kind of shit. It's just like, you're just gonna buy it anyway. Who cares? It's good. Like they're gonna complain that it's bad, but they still bought it. It's their own faults. It's the same with like Pokemon. Like everyone wants wants Pokemon to be better. Like they want Game Freak to go back to putting in every Pokemon, but then they'll still just buy it every year and then go, I wonder why they don't put in my favorite Pokemon. Yeah. It's like, well, you just buy it regardless of if it's in there. So what do they care?
Well, a lot of people online when they're doing game reviews, I'll see people say vote with your wallet and everything like that. And it's true. Like no one's forcing you to buy the new game. I know you want to experience it, but like if they keep making issues, why are you keep buying the products?
So here's a good kind of comparison. Spider-Man 2 PS5 sold 11 million copies. Baldur's Gate sold 15 million copies. It kind of goes to show you, and this is just when the game, you know, this is the recent numbers from March. These are the recent numbers from May 30th, right? For Spider-Man. Or like these games came out last year. Obviously you can see which one has more numbers, more people went in to play. I can't really say how many people finished Baldur's Gate 3. I'm sure quite a lot of them did. I usually get sucked into these RPG games and I tend to get lost and then go, I don't know what I'm doing. But like a Spider-Man game, which is just start to finish, semi-open world, is a very easy game to, you know, pump out. So I don't think Spider-Man 2 deserved Game of the Year. Even just looking at gameplay for Baldur's Gate, I was like, that is really interesting. I want to play that one day, but I know I do not have the time right now. So yeah, these game nominations, just as of right now, have really ticked some people off. Like, have you heard some of these?
How dare they put a mobile card game on my Game of the Year, those bastards.
So here's the weird one. Best multiplayer game, Tekken 8. Now that one's a little weird one for me. I would just say I don't see the Call of Duty one in here, but I'm sure it'll be in there at some point.
It's because you're looking at the Japanese nominations.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let's look here. Okay, so better list.
Was that Sephiroth?
So Game of the Year, Astrobot, Baltaro, Black Myth, Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow Tree, Final Fantasy Rebirth, Metaphor, Fantasio. So have you seen a lot of discourse on the internet about how we should probably put something like Final Fantasy in its own category as best remake and not Game of the Year? Like this argument that people have been having back and forth.
I've only seen a little bit and I kind of removed myself from it because I mean, at the end of the day, I don't necessarily care about award shows. I wish I did, but I haven't for years. I mean, it's kind of whatever, man. I mean, it depends. Like, what all are their categories then? What music, art, narrative?
Yeah, best game direction, best narrative, art direction, best audio design, performance, innovation, and accessibility.
What does that mean?
Which one?
Games for impact. What does that mean?
Probably.
Like, is it like social influence or something? Like, I don't know what that means.
Well, the only thing I know on that list is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Hellblade 2.
I've heard of that one.
I think that was a game. I believe the main character is deaf. So
okay, it looks like it's like best impactful game because like I'm looking these up a little bit and they look like to be more indie games than anything.
Like it kind of looks like games with a message almost.
Yeah.
Like they have something to say in them.
So they're a bit more impactful. I suppose that's like the idea.
Hey, I'll take your guys' theories on that as my own because I have no idea.
I love how we have something called best community support.
Hell yeah.
Best independent game, Animal Well, Baltaro. Was that L'Oreal and the Laser Eyes? Neva?
Oh yeah, Neva was also on the games for impact or best for impact or whatever. I honestly, that category has thrown me for a loop.
Which one?
The best for impact thing is still throwing me off, but whatever.
Finally, Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Oh my god. Have you guys been playing the new Call of Duty?
Have you played the zombies mode? It's actually good this year. Not like last year was bad.
Dude, somebody at my job was like, dude, I don't even get like Call of Duty 3 was such a like shitty game. Dude, I'll never touch Call of Duty again. Except Call of Duty Black Ops 6 does look pretty good. Except I'm not buying that.
Oh, it looks good this time.
He's held captive.
He's in the loop.
The one I was pretty interested in were these two, best RPG and best fighting game. So I do want to play Dragon's Dogma at some point. I need to finish Final Fantasy Rebirth, Metaphor. And then I guess fighting game. Sparking Zero was fun. The Capcom Classic Arcade, Marvel vs. Capcom. But that's about it for me. No multiverses. Oh, and I guess Tekken. Is there anything here for you guys? Do you guys even...
Oh my god, best family game? Let's go. What do we got?
Princess Peach Showtime?
Oh, that's going to win, bro. No, I mean, at least in terms of best family game, I have no idea. The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, that's an interesting family game pick. Okay.
That's the one where we play as Zelda, finally.
I'm questioning some of these choices with categories, but yeah, okay.
Best Sim Strategy. Oh, they got a...
Okay, Frostpunk 2. I've heard good things about Frostpunk. And Unicorn Overlord. Those are the only two I know on there.
Yep, Frostpunk. Okay. I've never heard of this. See,
yeah, it's at like, least... you're like building up your city and you're like delegating resources and stuff like that. It seems pretty cool.
See, at least one of the good things that this game award will be good for is to give me games I don't already know about. But telling me like, hey, best sports or racing game, F1, NBA, 2K, 2K, 2K.
Dude, I was trying to let you finish before I said something, but oh man, the best sports game of the year. Oh, I can't wait to find out if EA Sports FC 25 or F1 24 are gonna win. Like, oh fucking hell.
Exactly.
WWE 2K24. Duh.
Yeah.
Or Top Spin 225.
And I'm not surprised Call of Duty is in here. It's in here every fucking year.
I can't imagine, like, given what I know about Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2, I know it has a multiplayer mode, but I wonder if it's like good enough and popular enough to where like it would take the top of this here.
So question for you both. Who do you think will win? Call of Duty Black Ops 6 or Helldivers 2? I know people are still mad about Helldivers 2 with Sony, but what do you
Shot
guys
in
think?
the dark, I mean, for multiplayer, right? Can you scroll up again? I mean, Helldivers might have a shot even with the backlash, like maybe. God, I have a bias towards Warhammer, but I just don't know if that would take the spot. So I might say like Tekken or Helldivers maybe.
From what I understand, this is like 10% viewer like voting and like 90% by committee. So Helldivers might actually. I think in that category, it's either Helldivers or Warhammer.
Oh, it's 90% committee?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's pretty biased.
Oh, lovely.
Thank God I don't want the gamers to have the power.
All of a sudden, less of my care is manifested.
So right here, best adaptation. We're fresh off Arcane. Do you guys think it is a contender?
Funny story. Ella Purnell's in Arcane and Fallout. So no matter what, as long as one of those two wins, she might be on stage.
Yep.
I can't see Arcane or Fallout not being the winner, right? I can't see it.
Hey, you never know, Knuckles. You never know, Knuckles.
Is that based on Sonic Knuckles?
Yeah, the Sonic movie Knuckles.
It ain't happening. It ain't happening, dog. No.
We got Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Again, like Fallout and Arcane are such heavy hitters. I don't think they're gonna lose.
As much as I enjoyed Fallout, I don't think it really stands a shot.
All right,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say most anticipated game. Do we got any opinions on these?
Let's see what we got.
None of those. Maybe Monster Hunter Wilds.
People want.
Did you play Monster Hunter World?
No.
Okay.
I'm always excited for the Monster Hunter people to get stuff. They seem like a cool bunch of people.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is funny to be on here because I love seeing all the memes. They'll last, of course, until the game comes up. Like, oh man, we got this before GTA 6 or whatever.
Yep. We got Vatican approved anime girl before GTA 6.
Hell yeah, brother! It's a good time to be alive.
Now we got Queso as content creator of the year.
Anticipating it. Death Stranding 2 is interesting. I wonder if like that many people really.
Do you not like Queso?
No.
What is wrong with you?
I've seen clips of Queso. I think he's kind of funny.
Who would you pick for content creator of the year?
Well,
None
we
of
have
these guys.
we have
just put Moist Critical in and let's be done with it.
He can't win every year.
I know that's the saddest part.
So we have a VTuber and then 4 other regular streamers, from what I understand.
Is Pecora a VTuber?
Yeah, she's in HoloLive.
All right, let's look her up. What kind of design are we looking at?
She's a rabbit.
Oh yeah, this one's kind of mid.
So besides Queso and Pecora, I am not aware of these other 3. So I
like Speed and fucking the other guy and Kai in here.
I'm sure they've already won at some point.
I thought they were nominated this year. I'm pretty sure those might just be their handles and we don't know them, like Techno Gamer and Typical Gamer.
No, so I just looked these up.
I've never seen.
I would not vote for that man in anything.
Why not, Sherm? Why not? What's going on, bud?
Have you seen the other guy?
Have you seen him?
Did you look at his picture?
Here, I'll pull him up.
I don't know these people.
I think this one is Iyo Juan, Techno Gamers, Ujual, and then who was the other one?
Was Iron Mouse nominated last year?
Content creator of the year, I think. Yeah, right. I think
here we go, Salem, Typical Gamer.
I
wouldn't vote for that man in anything.
I'm trying to not be mean.
you know what? Give it to Queso. Queso or Pecora. I like her design. It's fine. Let's
I'm okay with Pecora, and I know Queso, so that's fine.
Oh, you know him personally?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're best buds, man.
Yeah, we gotta introduce me.
Hey, one of these days, man. One of these days.
So how about
game?
League, Dota, Counter Strike, Bang.
It's probably League or Dota. It usually is.
I was gonna say, do they get nominated every year?
I'm pretty sure they do. They like run the biggest tournaments every year, like the LCS. I guess it's just called Worlds. Like the Worlds is. I don't know. I heard Dota was big like 10 years ago. I don't know if it's still as popular as it used to be.
Well, let me let me ask you this, Sherm, since you seem to be the most aware of the three of us. What's this Mobile Legends Bang Bang thing? I've heard
fucking
of
knows
a
fucking what the fuck do they call it? Like a pity pick, I guess.
So it says here that an hour ago 600,000 people were playing Dota 2. So I mean
that sounds right. Look up how much the prize pool was for TI. That's the Dota World Championships, because it's usually bigger than League, or it used to be. I don't know if it still is.
2.6 million.
I'm gonna grab a drink while you guys are discussing the prize
That's probably close to what League is. I don't know. It's probably, if I had to guess, it's League or Dota. It could be CS. It depends if anything exciting happened in CS this year. League was really exciting this year. T1 won another championship when they barely made it out of group stage for their region. So they were like the number 4 team going to Worlds, and they won the entire thing.
So is that like right here, best esport athlete and best esport team? Do you want Faker to win?
Hell yeah.
Because that's the only guy I know just because of you.
Faker, Chovy plays for one other League team. I can't remember. I think it's Genji.
You guys are talking about best esports athlete?
Yeah.
Is there any way Faker would not win?
Possibly, based on who's judging, I would guess.
So I'm wondering, is this just based on these esports then that they're saying? Because what about like Sonic Fox or every other fighting game person, or like Call of Duty player, you know?
I would say Call of Duty probably doesn't bring in the numbers like League and Dota do, and I'm sure some of these other players are probably from like Counter-Strike, I would guess. I don't know exactly. I just don't think the like people that play Call of Duty competitively are anywhere near as popular as like the nominees they have here. So
okay.
I don't know. Maybe some of them are Call of Duty players. It's definitely possible. I just would not know their names.
So when does this air? When does this premiere?
The 12th.
The 12th? Okay.
12th of next month.
So that's going to be on a Thursday.
Great.
You know what? As much as I don't care about game shows, you know, maybe I'll actually tune into this just to see, right? I mean, it's been years since I've watched one.
The only reason I like to tune in is for best game, and they have a lot of premieres during these. Now that E3 doesn't happen and everyone kind of does their own thing in terms of announcements, like Keely's show is definitely the biggest time to announce a game if you're going to do it before the end of the year.
So that's actually one thing I wanted to bring up is like we could potentially maybe watch that live like everybody else will.
And depends what time it starts.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, Salem, if you're not busy, you know, let me know.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Okay, so you guys got anything else to say about the Game Awards before we move on? You guys excited? You guys don't care?
Best esports team better be T1. That's all I got to say.
All right.
I can't wait to understand what best game for impact means. I'm still confused.
I'm sure Jeff Keighley will give you a mildly informative brief speech about it before he pronounces the
hopes.
He'll give you something. He'll be like, "This is how games made us fig feels." The category.
These games pulled on our heartstrings this year.
I mean, yeah, you'd probably like years past, you would have probably seen Unravel up there from EA. I don't fucking know.
Okay, so all right, I brought this news
news
story up
from acclaimed My Hero Academia.
Yes, sir. But this news story today is Assassination Classroom manga banned in South Carolina district. How much you want to bet these adults and parents have not read this manga?
Brother, it's going to be some dumb shit. We know it.
Yep. So it says Horry County Schools, the school district serving the Horry County, South Carolina, moved to remove the Assassination Classroom manga from all its libraries on Friday after a mother of a 9th grader at the Satsukosi High School complained to the district regarding the manga's content. Did she read it? That's all I want to know.
Oh, okay. Look, they're going to give us a description here in the next paragraph where they explain the general premise of Assassination Classroom.
Oh, right here. Yep. Jennifer Hannigan, the mother who issued the complaint, described the manga's content, saying that the manga had numerous pages depicting handguns, rifles, knives, and potions, and that the story talks about killing in the pages. She added that there's girls in lingerie hopping on top of men in the book. She also noted that the manga's characters discuss ways on how to kill their alien teacher in the story. Yeah.
Potions. If you know the story, it kind of makes sense why they want to kill their teacher. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think she read volume 1. She probably started in volume 7. It's like, oh my goodness.
No, she did not read it. But potions, that's what gets me, right? Because like rifles, guns, knives, whatever, right? Yeah. But like potions? What? You think they're teaching witchcraft in this too?
Yeah, just a little bit.
So I just want to mention, like, right, it says right here, this is not the first time Assassination Classroom has been banned. It says back in March in 2023, Florida also removed Assassination Classroom. Oh yeah, no, let's remove Assassination Classroom from Florida classrooms, but let's still teach kids that critical race theory is not a thing. don't mean to get political, but Florida is backwards if you get my drift.
I mean, I would love to say that it's just America where we're this dumb, but like, I forget whether it was in China or Japan where they literally had to like confiscate Death Notes after the anime came out because the kids were writing their teachers' names in them.
I think it was Japan, but I mean, those kids, they're dumb.
Well, look, you don't know if one of them had the real Death Note, okay? You don't know that. So
yeah, we don't know if Ryuk was behind one of those Japanese kids.
Yeah, there could have been a Shinigami behind one of those kids, man. You don't know.
Oh my God. So, I mean, I understand that a school board in Florida banned that BL book, the Sasaki and Miyano. That is a BL, kind of book. I get it. But, Assassination Classroom, it's no different than fucking them going, all those kids that no longer are allowed to read Assassination Classroom are going to be like, damn, that sucks. Well, at least I got GTA to look forward to next year.
Well, Jesus hey, man, it was probably just like an easy fucking target, right? I mean, it's called Assassination Classroom. One mother got too uppity about seeing her kid with something like that, scrolled through or, flipped the pages a couple times and it's like, oh, they're saying kill and they have weapons.
And they want to kill their teacher?
What?
But, yeah,
wait until she finds a volume of Berserk. She's going to lose her fucking mind.
Oh, she's going to go crazy. She's going to be like, can you believe the smut? This disgusting.
This guy's fucking a demon in the first few pages. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yo, this Guts character is clapping demon cheeks. I'm not about this.
And he fucking blows her up with a sick hand cannon. It's like, yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
It was pretty sick. I won't lie. Okay. So, I mean, that's a pretty funny news story. I'm not surprised that the U.S. is going, they like to be, well, considering everything that's happened in the last few weeks, politically, I won't get into it, but yeah, I'm not surprised. All right, let's move on from that. Disney's Twisted-Wonderland gets season 3 anime adaptation. Have you guys watched the first 2 seasons?
It gets 3 seasons of anime adaptation.
I'm pretty sure we already had shorts, though. I've watched some shorts for this.
Did you read it?
Yeah, right here. But I'm pretty sure we've had, we get 3 seasons of anime adaptation. A teaser visual was released and the dates were also revealed. Okay, I'm done. I thought this meant that we had already gotten 2 seasons because I swore we had already gotten some shorts for this because I've seen some animated shorts. Okay, well, are you guys excited for this?
Okay, so I went to install the game, right? And then I looked up some screenshots of gameplay. I can't do it.
Why?
I don't like the art style.
You're the only one that will get in this.
You're right. So we're never going to know.
Son of a bitch.
We are never going to find out. I love the aesthetic of all the different because they're all divided into houses, right? So you have essentially the Hercules Hades house. You have the
Maleficent,
the Aladdin one. You
Ursula,
have Sleeping Beauty.
The queen, the queen from Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. We have all of these, right? And they're different houses. All the boys look different. They look good, but when I saw the in-game art style, I can't do it, dog. I can't do it.
So how about this, Salem? If the anime looks like this entirely, just
if it looks like this, I'll watch it. I will watch it 100%. I do not mind. These guys look great. I like pretty much all their designs. Some of them kind of blend a little bit too together for me. When you go online and you look up the actual website for this game, they will show you the character portraits for each student of these different houses. Now most of the designs I like, but the Queen of Hearts one, right, for Alice in Wonderland, there's 6. I think they have the most out of any house for characters, but they blend a little bit too much for me. It's just kind of samey for that house. But a lot of the other houses, they're unique enough to where I can appreciate them, but I will not play this game. I can't do it. So if they make a show, yeah, I'll give it a try. I don't mind.
Now you said character portraits, right?
Yeah. If you get off the if you go to the actual site for the game, they will show you the names of all the houses, and then you can see who voice acts them with their portraits there. Yeah, that's the one. Go to characters. So here you have all the different houses, right?
Oh, okay. Let's go full Harry Potter mode. Which house would you guys want to be in?
Dude, I love the movie Hercules too much. I couldn't not go there.
Okay, so let's go with this one. Wait, they've only got 2 characters?
Yeah, see, this is the other unfortunate thing that kind of threw me off, right? Because the Queen of Hearts house has I think 5 to 6. They have the most. Every other house I think has 4 or less. The one for the Lion King has 2. The Hades house, 2. Oh, they have 3. Okay, for the name's escaping me. Lion King. Yeah, I like the designs on a lot of these. Oh yeah. This is pretty good.
Arabia.
Not gonna lie to you, that one's pretty good. Yeah, these guys are all right. But yeah, if you click on the Hearts one, I think there's 5 or 6.
Yeah, there's 5.
Yeah, these have the most out of all of them, but their designs ain't doing much for me.
The Ursula house has 4, and then the school staff. I bet you like this guy, huh?
Yeah, you bet your ass I do. You bet your ass. Yo, okay, I I didn't look at the school staff.
Oh,
Divas
devious.
Cruel. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good.
So I wonder if some of these are just gender swapped.
Sorry, that like, the buff dude just kills me, man.
Isn't that Gaston? I feel like this should
thought that was
just have been
Gaston.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, his name is Ashton, so I mean, yeah, maybe.
So you said you don't like this game?
Yeah,
oh, is this how they look? Okay.
So that's like the in-game I assume to be if you're doing activities or if you're fighting. I can't do it. It's just not appealing.
Oh, look, they got visual novel dialogue boxes. So.
Oh yeah.
Some I wish we had yesterday.
But yeah, it's just kind of weird how the houses are unbalanced with like how many members there are. And I mean, this game's been out for a decent while, if I'm not mistaken. So it's kind of odd to me that like there isn't.
I don't know if you remember, but me and you did talk about this when the first time you were working with us.
Did we?
And I did download this game and I got bored really quickly, so I uninstalled it.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, we talked about this once. That was back when like the houses had like 1 or 2 characters.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's that. I mean,
I'll watch the show. I'll give it a try. I just can't play that game. You know, not to knock the people who designed it or whatever. It's just the in-game style is just not appealing.
So the game, not it, but the show possibly. Now this will be a Disney Plus exclusive. You guys in? You guys excited that it's a Disney Plus exclusive, or are we gonna sail the high seas?
Are we? I mean, I'm not excited about it being a Disney Plus exclusive, but that's not unexpected, right?
All right. I mean, do we have anything else to say about this other than like it's a pretty exciting? By the way, I did look into this a little bit. They've been promising a Twisted-Wonderland anime since that game came out. So
did they now?
Yeah, I looked at some forums and posts from like 3 years ago. People were saying like, oh, we finally get like somebody from 3 years ago made a post saying like Twisted-Wonderland. They finally released some tidbits about the behind the scenes, and I was like, oh, this is from 3 years ago. Damn.
Well, you know, I hope it's good. I mean, people seem to really love the characters, so I don't know, maybe.
Well, I hope it's good. That's all I can say. All right, so if you guys want to move on from that, so did you guys hear that Sony wants to buy Kadokawa?
Eminence in Shadow?
Yes. Don't look at this. Don't look at this.
Okay, sorry.
don't look at this. Don't look at this. It sucks.
Oh my God, it's a crop. Sorry. Okay, you were saying.
You guys see that Kadokawa released a statement in response that Sony was acquiring them. They were just like, the company, no decision has been made at this time, and the company will make an announcement if there are any facts should be announced in the future. And then literally like, I would say literally like a couple hours later, in the same day, we got the confirmation that yes, they are buying. Sony confirms.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah. So confirms Sony's buyout intent, but insists no decision has been made.
Okay. So at first they are interested, but they just haven't sealed the deal.
Yeah. If the first they were like, we don't know what you guys are talking about, then they went, okay, they do want to buy us. So Salem, being as somebody who likes the Soulsborne games, how would you feel if they become PlayStation exclusive? Everybody on the internet has already given their 2 cents.
I mean, that sounds like fucking dog shit if you ask me. I don't like exclusives to begin with. So if Sony ends up, buying the company and that starts being the case, I'm not going to be happy about it. Unless, of course, for whatever reason, they hopefully decide to bring stuff to PC as well. I'm not a fan. I never liked exclusives to begin with.
So given that Dark Souls got a 9, Dark Souls 2 got a 9. Don't know how.
IGN reviews. Oh boy.
Dark Souls 2 DLCs also got 9s.
Oh man, fucking Dark Souls 2. That's
Bloodborne. We still have not gotten a remaster or remake. Dark Souls 3.
Man, they're just sitting on that, man. For whatever reason, they're just really sitting on bringing Bloodborne to PC.
Oh yeah, Sekiro and Elden Ring. How would you feel if these games are no longer available to you, Salem?
Well, dude, like I just said, I wouldn't be happy about it. I think exclusives are fucking stupid. I'm not going to go out of my way to buy this console, these games. Unfortunately, they just wouldn't have my money, but that's just how it is. I'd be mad. Right. I'm not going to buy a console just for, whatever the current Souls game would be. Like, I'm not going to buy a console just for that.
What about you, Sherm? Are you a big Soulsborne guy?
Yeah, I like.
How many have you finished? I will be honest. I have tried most of them. I haven't finished them.
Really?
I'm a get good. Like, I have not gotten good. So
dude, I've played and beat 1, 2, 3 Bloodborne. I tried Sekiro at a buddy's place. Wasn't my cup of tea. And by the time Elden Ring came out, I straight up did not have the means to play the game. So I never got to play Elden Ring.
Okay. Well, what about now? You got your PC. You can play it now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could, but right now I'm in a place where spending full price on a game just doesn't seem like a great idea.
Right. Well, you could now is essentially what I meant.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Like, once I get things worked out, if I'm able to, yeah, I'd more than be happy to play Elden Ring.
Hell yeah. Well, what about you, Sherm? What are your feelings on like Sony making the FromSoft Sony exclusive, a first party developer?
It's a bad thing, but we'll just have to see how it plays out. Yeah, like Salem said, if they put Bloodborne out on PC, I'd be pretty happy, but hey,
that's true.
I don't play a lot of video games.
Here's a question I had. So, you know how people were up in arms about, like, you know how PlayStation fans and just people from Sony's camp were super big mad that, you know, they bought Activision. They were like, we're never gonna get Call of Duty now, and they blew that way out of proportion. Do you think people are now doing the same thing to Sony, or do you think it's warranted? Because some people are like, well, Xbox had good intentions. They're still releasing third-party games, this and that, but people don't think Sony will play ball like Microsoft will. Is this something? Do you think like this is a herald of bad things to come? In my opinion, yes, but
it could be, but I don't think it's a smart decision for them to buy the company, bring it in-house, and then not release the game anywhere but on Sony platforms. Like, they'd lose a lot of money that they could have gotten from the PC player base and from like Xbox sales.
True.
Not a wise financial decision.
And we don't even count Nintendo in this.
Hell,
Not
man,
unless it's like 4 generations down the line.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was just gonna say, hell, at least they put Dark Souls 1 remastered on the fucking.
Yeah, but it looked terrible. I don't know if you saw the comparisons.
Oh, no, I did. I think the idea that put it on is cool, but I heard about like issues performance-wise for it, and I was like, okay, well.
Okay. So if we got nothing else to say about that, real sad for Soulsborne bros, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Okay, so Star Wars Visions returns with Volume 3. Wit is back. You excited, Sherm?
No.
I mean, I'm going to give the same answer as Sherm.
I mean, did anyone watch Visions besides me?
I still haven't, actually.
That tells you
both of y'all had, and I was just the only one that didn't.
That tells you everything you need to know about how excited I am for Visions. Like, I didn't watch the second set of Visions they did because I didn't. It's just like, it's cool if you want to give Star Wars to an anime studio. It's not cool if you want to give them to like 7 per like round of these and then not do like a full thing with it. Because like, I can only care so much about a short about Star Wars. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
I have nothing to be attached to. I can say, yeah, that looks technically impressive and it's cool that it's a Star Wars thing, but also like, I can't get excited about it because I know there's nothing else there. Like, I got what I got and that was it.
So looking at like some of the season 2 studios, I have said this before, it does look like they are from different places around the world. Let's see. Yeah, like with this one right here, Cartoon Saloon, this is from Ireland. So that's pretty cool. But it seems like season 3 is just going to go back to only Japanese studios. For example, we're getting David Production. We're getting Kamikaze Daga. Is that Kinema Citrus, Polygon Pictures, Production IG, Trigger Wit, and then Production Studio Q. I know those are all anime studios. So do you think season 3 will be a little better than season 1, even though those were all also anime studios? Or do you think it's just slap some more Star Wars stuff at the wall and make it look cool?
This is part of Disney's ongoing effort of throwing money at anime to try and figure out how it works, but they still have not figured out how it works. Like, they're spending so much money on all this stuff. And like, I guess Twisted-Wonderland is a step in the right direction because at least they confirmed that they're going to make a 3 seasons out of that. But like, what is Visions doing for anybody? Telling them to go to their other Star Wars projects that no one likes?
I mean, that's the only answer I could really give too. It's like, yeah, if I were to watch them, right, because I love Star Wars, at least older Star Wars stuff, yes.
Okay, so you were saying about Star Wars. Are you excited for Visions?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, can't wait.
I can't wait. No, dude. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I like anime. I love older Star Wars things. But I can't give a shit because my perception on Star Wars has been permanently poisoned. So even hearing that, like, oh yeah, they made anime Star Wars shit, I don't care because I now no longer care about the future of the Star Wars property. You know what I mean? So
you've been done since The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi was the killing blow for me. I left that theater feeling hollow, dude. I was like, what the fuck did I watch? And then I could not watch the 9th film. I couldn't fucking do it. And then I heard how it went, and I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't waste my money. So no, I literally can't care. Like, if I had to watch it, I won't fight you, but I'm not going to watch it of my own choice.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, this would be a cool thing to kind of just check out. I know Sherm's already checked out season 1. I don't know if you're willing to redo that, Sherm,
no,
just for a review, but
it's like, no, that's not happening.
I saw them all. There was very, like, even the studios that I liked in Trigger, and like, was it Wit or was it Mappa that did the last duel or whatever it's called?
It might have been Wit.
Even that one.
Sorry, Trigger.
No, Trigger did like 2 of them in the first season, and then I think it was called The Duel was done by like Wit or Mappa, I forget which. Like, even the ones that everyone likes. They were just like, so whatever. I didn't even like the trigger ones that much. They were kind of boring.
Oh, sorry, you can go ahead.
Because like trigger, like the thing you get is exponential growth. Like at the end of the series, so much wacky shit is happening, but it doesn't matter because they built you up to all that wacky shit. Like the Visions thing was like, I don't know exactly how long. It was like 10 to 15 minutes. It's like you don't have time to build up your fantastical ending like a traditional trigger show would. So you're just kind of like, oh, I see, we're just going places and I don't really know what's going on.
It was just lots of dopamine action, like, hey, look, it's Star Wars. Hey, look, it's anime. Hey, look, it's action. You like all this, right? You think that's what it was?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Was the lightsaber umbrella in Vision season 1?
Yes.
I think so.
That was funny. That was legitimately funny. That was so fucking wacky. I kind of love it, but that wouldn't convince me to watch it. Especially if it's not like touching on characters. Like, no, granted, I'm speaking from a place of ignorance. I have not researched the shit, but unless they were using characters already established, or if they had enough time to build up their character in any meaningful way to like the main story, I don't think I could care then either, you know?
Because they're all individual shorts. So
yeah.
Like even this one, people love this one, and I'm just like, it's so whatever.
It looks great.
Oh my god!
But if the narrative is not good, I get it.
Okay. I need to geek out a second, real quick. Okay. So, in Star Wars Rebels, right, the show, we get introduced to the Inquisitorius, which is just basically the faction of the Inquisitors, right, for the Galactic Empire.
Yeah.
And the Inquisitors have pretty much a like similarly styled lightsaber where it's like a dual blade with like a
is it the
ring.
one with the little ring thing and then they just fly off? That was stupid.
Okay. So I just wanted to say that is one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever seen. Like that I can think of. It's one of the dumbest because it's like, okay, dual blade lightsabers I personally think are pretty sick, but you know, having them spin, okay, whatever, that's fine. No, you can fucking fly with them. What are we doing? That's not cool.
Things at the wall.
Yeah, it's not cool, man. Like, it looks dumb as fuck. Like, I hate it.
I think lightsabers are one of the dumbest parts of Star Wars.
I disagree.
Don't like them?
They're okay. So like,
don't you hate that like it focuses too much on the lightsaber fights and the Sith and Jedi like stuff more than the actual universe? Isn't that what you hated about it?
I hate the theatrics of it. Like I like episode 4 where it's just like they're just fucking actually sword fighting each other. It's not a choreographed fucking dance competition where they're waving batons at each other. Like it just looks awful to me. I don't understand why people like it so much.
Okay, well, I think it's cool. I appreciate flashy stuff. I mean, now granted, like I'll cite Anakin versus Obi-Wan on Mustafar, right, in the third movie. Now, was that too much? Yeah, I'd probably say so. I think they were really fucking like drawing that one
So
out.
in parts, I don't mind that lightsaber fight, but in other parts, like especially the beginning where they're literally just spinning dicks at each other, like they're not even fucking touching tips. Like what are we doing? Like, you know the part I'm talking about.
No, I know what you mean. It's just a funny way to say it.
It's just like, what are we fucking doing?
I think there's room for a healthy balance.
Yeah, that part right there. Everyone knows it.
So this is the fight I was talking about, right? I think this is way too fucking much. And this fight goes on for quite some time.
Yeah.
Like
doing
15 minutes.
It's long. So this level, I think, is extreme, right? But I think there's room for a healthy balance where it feels like an actual fight going on without this type of shit.
Like, compare this to the end of this fight where they're like fighting on top of that thing floating down the lava river and they're just like hacking at each other. That's good. I don't mind that. It's just like the over the top, like
Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan in the first movie. I think that one was good.
Yeah, that one's fine. It's just like I enjoy when it's it's like a sword fight and not when it's a goddamn fucking dance off with each other. Because it doesn't, like, at no point does it seem like they're trying to kill each other. It's like for most of these fights, not all of them, but like they're fucking not trying to kill each other. They're just fucking doing the, like, some fucking choreographer was like, yo, what if we do this shit? And they're like, they did that for 10 minutes. Yeah. It's like a fucking guitarist who doesn't know when you don't need to put a guitar solo in your fucking song. Like, you don't have to always have it in there. You don't have to have fucking 15 minutes of them fucking ballerina dancing around each other.
Well, I'm trying to recall any other like egregious examples from the movies. I'm trying to think here because the one from Mustafar really sticks out to me as an example.
Like as much as people hate the sequels, I think the sequels do a better job of like the lightsaber stuff.
Count Dooku versus Yoda. Yoda.
I mean, that one didn't go on that long.
That one was fine.
I thought that one was funny because Yoda's just bouncing around.
Like, I would say Obi-Wan versus Grievous was, of course, super flashy because it's Grievous using all of his arms. But at the same time, Grievous, like, it didn't last very long. And also Grievous was, like, extremely, I'll say nerfed because his depictions are a little inconsistent, right? Because, like, they made a 2003 or 2004 animated film. Yeah. And Grievous was a fucking nightmare. He was a monster. And then you see him in 3 and he's literally like coughing out his fucking lungs. And it seems like he's going to keel over. You know what I mean?
Don't smoke, kids.
Yeah, don't smoke. It's bad for you.
Bad for you.
Now, they do show in this film, let me know when you want me to stop because I could just keep going. So at the very end of the film, they show basically the lead up into the 3rd film where Grievous has taken Senator Palpatine onto his ship, the Invisible Hand, right? Yeah. And they show Mace Windu actually crushing his lungs, like Grievous's lungs, as he's escaping with Palpatine. So, like, they do explain why he's nerfed. It's just such a shame that we have this, but in the actual like big movies, Grievous is just lame in comparison.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. So this
Grievous
Jedi right
is a
here,
fucking nightmare, dude.
this Jedi right here, his name is Shah Agi.
Yeah. Wow. Sure.
Fun
There's a lot of goofy ass names, man.
No, you get it right. It's Shaggy. He's
Sure.
supposed to look like Shaggy. Yeah. And I love. Here's a good. Yeah. You just get stomped by Grievous. Like, it's such a this show was so cool. This was like one of the first things I ever watched of Star Wars. But at the time, I didn't know it was Star Wars until like many years later. All I knew that it looked like Samurai Jack.
Dude, you know what? I can see where you're coming from on that, comparing it to Samurai Jack.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same animator, director. Yeah, see, like, this is a cool Grievous. Just spinning his wheels.
Like, he's at full power here.
Oh, yeah. And then Mace Windu just crushes his chest, and he's like, ooh.
And then he's fucking gonna keel over. And you know what? They did a decent job in the Clone Wars animated series as well with Grievous. Like, they showed him still being like a coward, but he could also pull his weight. Like, he did kill people in the show.
Sure. I mean, yeah, Star Wars Clone Wars, I still love it. That animation from 2003, 2004, it's still so good. It holds up.
Oh, yeah, it's super charming, man. I go back every now and then and see clips, and I love it.
But Star Wars Visions, I'm going to take Sherm's word on it. It's probably not that good, but at some point I'll probably have to watch it. Like I've said before, I need to start reviewing stuff, and maybe Star Wars Vision will be one of the first things I do. I don't know. But you guys want to end our Star Wars talk here?
We probably should, yeah. I honestly don't really know where I was going halfway through. Basically, it's just like, I think there's a healthy balance with some of these fights, but there are times where they are doing it to be more flashy instead of like feeling like it's a fight, you know, like you were saying, Sherm. Like, are they trying to actually kill each other, or are they just trying to make things look pretty?
Yeah, like, I don't mind when a character is flashy because that's their whole thing, but it does not seem like these characters are doing, it seems like they're self-serious trying to kill each other, and it is not translating well.
I agree. The prequels were definitely very showy. I think the originals are pretty good. My favorite is still episode 4.
If I had to think, right, like the final fight with Darth Maul was pretty good. You had some Force stuff. You had 2v1. In Clone Wars, I'm trying to think if there was any real bad ones, because like Dooku generally wasn't fucking around whenever he was in a fight. I think it's probably fine. And then 3, the really bad one for sure was Mustafar.
As much as everyone trashes on the sequels, like I said, I think the lightsaber play in that was pretty good.
The lightsaber play was more reserved.
It definitely seemed pretty fine from what I can recall, but the only real bad thing I can think of was it was in the throne room of Snoke in the 5th film. And I, of course, didn't catch this because by the time that happened, I wanted to walk out of the fucking theater. Yeah. I wanted to walk out so bad. But I'm like, well, I paid for it. But people have went back to look at the footage, and like there are times where weapons just disappear in the fight. They just literally vanish, and then that's how characters can like get out of situations.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
They use their once in a lifetime Force stash.
Yeah, the dyad and the Force. That's so fucking stupid.
Do you remember in episode 1 where they did that Force stash and then we never saw it ever again anywhere?
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, that was pretty funny. That was so pretty funny. Oh yeah, no, it is dumb. It is dumb for sure.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, just thinking about it now.
No, we're good. Okay, so moving on from Star Wars, course, Madoka Magica, one of our favorites. That game I've kind of been keeping an eye on because I am morbidly curious. I am going to be playing this, by the way. It's been delayed to spring 2025.
I can play Magia record. Time, Salem, do you want to connect?
Hey man, I did play the original mobile game for this before this was a thing. It was decently fun actually. But as I've told you guys like forever ago, probably now, they ended up like cutting it out of the West at least. I'm sure they fully shut it down at some point, but they pulled out of like the Western market.
They did. Yeah, I was looking into that. They did pull it from the West pretty early, and then it's lasted in Japan for maybe another year or two.
No, I do love this series, so I will probably give it a try. But I don't know, man. We just got to kind of see what's going on with the story there, honestly, because the gameplay could be fun as hell, or just kind of like your standard mobile game, like turn-based stuff.
It looks pretty JRPG-ish, and I do like that. It hits certain sensors in my brain, but yeah, I still have to see what's going on with this game.
Did they say anything about the combat system?
So they haven't said anything really per se, but they have shown us, like, I've shown you guys these trailers before.
Okay, like, Yachio. Okay,
Yachio's pretty good.
Her and Iroha were like my favorites for sure.
Which one was Iroha?
She was our main girl.
Main girl. Okay.
Magia record.
I didn't care for Iroha too much. I mean, I just love the originals so much, like Mami and fucking Homura, and like these girls just don't hold a candle like the originals do, except for this one. I got her name already.
Here was Mami's.
Hell yeah, that's my goat right there.
I just wish we could tell, because I'm going to assume it's turn-based like the last one was.
Yeah, I just hope this one is more traditionally turn-based, like a JRPG, like a Persona.
That would be pretty cool.
God, look how good she is. What a good character.
So yeah, like this is really what we're looking at. It sucks that it's been delayed because I did want to just get my hands on it, play it for a little bit, and then be like, is this worth it? Is it not? But now it's been delayed for till spring. So
I mean, I'm at this point, I'm kind of fine with it because like we've been waiting for the movie forever.
Yeah, like over 10 years.
Delayed. Like I'm more than happy to keep waiting at this point. It's been long enough. So as long as it's good, I'm fine with it. Same thing with the movie.
As long as it's good. All right. Well, moving on from that, I was looking at the news. Sherm, you want to watch this trailer real quick?
Hell yeah. I need one of you to watch this fucking show someday. This is like top tier romance anime that no one besides me and our friend Tristan has watched. Hell yeah.
That's a pretty good visual.
Is that best girl? Hell yeah, the puberty continues. Let's fucking go.
Dude, I thought I was seeing stuff for a second. That's what it said.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was like, am I misreading that?
Like, the show is so cool, but it's so hard to recommend to people. Like
the title, I think the title basically makes, well, excuse me? What
yeah, the title in the first episode kind of put people off because
I did try watching it, I think either the same year it came out or a year after, back in the day when I was like actively watching shows.
Yeah.
No, I didn't finish it. Yeah. So I don't remember what the fuck happens. So I mean, is it that good?
Okay, so like the cool part is that each girl has like a different, like, I don't want to say paranormal because it's not really a ghost thing, but there's like a social phenomenon happening with them. So like Mai is like the main girl here depicted is like a fashion model, but in her day-to-day life she keeps disappearing to people. Like people can no longer see her. So the entire time main character, I forgot his name, he's like trying to figure out what's going on and like help her like stop disappearing in front of people, or like stop being invisible to the world, kind of. And then like you go through that with other girls you meet throughout the show.
Well, so let me ask you, when you say he's helping them, like does like a supernatural element come into play where he has to interfere, or like how does he help them?
That's why I don't want to say like paranormal or supernatural. It's not like they're going off to fight a ghost to like prevent her from disappearing. It's like they kind of talk through it, and it's like an emotional thing that happens, like philosophical discussions and like emotional responses to each other, that kind of stuff. It's hard to describe, and I know I'm not doing a great job of selling it, but like you just kind of have to watch it.
Okay, so how about this? I will watch it for next week's review.
Oh boy.
I will give it a fair shot. I will sit down. I will watch it. I will give it its time. Don't worry, I won't put it in English. You know me.
I will say I never
wash the dishes though.
I will say I never watched the movie, so if you watch the movie, I have no context on that, because originally I thought it was a recap movie, so I never got around to it.
I'll tell you what, Jose, if you're gonna like strap down and watch it, I mean, I have more free time now, so I'm not gonna have to like cram shit within like a few days of my free time.
I think it's only 12. It's
it is
super short watch. And then if you guys enjoyed it, we could watch the movie together, since none of us have seen it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I love that fucking show. I would rewatch it just to freshen up on some stuff.
What's the actual name of the first series though?
Rascal does not dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. Yeah, the name doesn't do it a lot of favors, but you get what you get.
Peanut, no.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, I got it bookmarked on my Chrome. So
yeah, give it a shot.
I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay, so moving on from that, do you guys know who Sung Ho Park is?
That name sounds familiar.
Okay, so I thought this was the guy who directed Parasite and the Snowpiercer. It is not. He is apparently a Korean animator who moved to Japan, and he was responsible for Jujutsu Kaisen and Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 and Jujutsu Kaisen 0, basically animation for the fights, right? That was him. Now he then left. He then left WIT to go start his own studio, and his own studio then partnered up with Adult Swim to bring us Ninja Kamui.
That's where
that's our favorite show.
Also, do you mean Mappa?
Yes, Mappa. Sorry,
okay.
I did mean Mappa. That was
I
my
love
mistake.
Ninja Kamui.
God damn it.
So he has partnered up with Disney to bring us an anime. So this is where, Sherm, I kind of wanted to say something earlier about you saying that Disney seems to be going in the right direction. Now, given,
I want to make it clear, I do not think they're going in the right direction. I think they're throwing money at the wall and seeing what sticks.
So that they can go in the right direction.
I mean, I know I rag on Warner Brothers and like DC Comics, but like you have to feel the same way with their ventures into anime. Like they're kind of just doing whatever and seeing if it's good. Like they don't understand what makes it good.
Yeah, I was super disappointed with Suicide Squad Isekai. I was so sad with Uzumaki.
You're telling me you guys did not enjoy Suicide Squad Isekai? That's crazy.
I'm glad Mori Kolope got more fucking recognition.
She did a good job.
She seems
singing.
like a cool lady. Is she my Oshi? No, but that's okay.
So I brought you guys today a trailer for his new anime. I wanted to watch it without any context with you guys just to see where we're at with him. Given Ninja Kamui. By the way, Ninja Kamui season 2 is confirmed. So.
Good.
Oh, fantastic.
Can't wait.
So Bullet is what this is called?
Yeah, Bullet.
Oh, God of High School, I saw.
Yo, guys, it's Ninja Kamui on there.
That's his other claim to fame is the God of High School.
Salem, isn't that your thing? No, you're Tower of God. I was
Tower of God.
Yes, sir.
I was going to say. So this is a high-octane action entertainment Bullet. Did this do anything?
CGI doesn't look bad.
It looks decent, if not pretty good, I think. But what am I getting from this? Yeah, there's going to be like horror combat, maybe.
Yo, if this is anime wacky races, there might be something here.
So I'm kind of I've been gathering my thoughts rewatching this. Honestly, you're right. If this is anime wacky races, I really hope this is good.
It won't be, but that's
Disney, and he already, in my opinion, he already has a dud thanks to Ninja Kamui. So let's see where this goes.
Is coming out summer of the next year. Okay.
Yes, 2025, exclusively on Disney Plus.
Oh, I love exclusives.
Disney Plus should be fucking paying me money to fucking advertise this goddamn show. Anyways, yeah, I mean, he had what was it, Tower of God or God of High School?
You guys said
God of High School.
God of High School, yeah.
So I've heard God of High School. I've heard good things about it. Obviously, Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 and the movie 0 were pretty good. Ninja Kamui, the action was at least good. That story was horrendous. Don't know what was going on there. And then it turns into a CGI mech fight at the end. I am willing to give him another shot. Just let's see where he goes. Let him cook. That's all I'll say.
I'm gonna need some more trailers before I make a decision.
And you know what? If you're willing, I'll bring you some more. And then by the time it comes out, if we're all kind of, hey, let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes.
I mean, a car combat show does seem decently interesting. So
I haven't seen one of those since Speed Racer.
I haven't seen one of those since Peacock's original Twisted Metal.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Dude, my
Anthony
coworkers at the time, or at least one of my coworkers was like, "Oh, dude, it's super good. You should watch it." I never did.
I think Samoa Joe was in that. Famous WWE superstar.
Did you guys watch the Twisted Metal show?
No, I didn't own a PlayStation, so I have no reverence for Twisted Metal. Yeah, Samoa Joe as Sweet Tooth.
Yep, he was Sweet Tooth.
Okay.
All right, well, cool. That's, let's see where it goes. Let's see where Sung Ho Park's new anime goes with Disney. Okay, so I brought this up Thursday. We got the Golden Joystick winners. I didn't even know this was a thing, by the way. The 42nd annual. Jesus. Now, I think we looked at the winners last time. What do you guys think about the winners of these categories? Altaro, best indie game.
I haven't played these games.
You keep saying it wrong. It's Bellatra, by the way.
Bellatra.
As goofy as it is, Bellatra.
Yep.
So they gave Final Fantasy Rebirth. But yeah, what do you guys think about these?
Yo, is that Honkai Star Rail?
Oh, fuck yeah. Where is it? I don't see it.
Best gaming hardware?
Still
Steam
playing
Logic?
award mobile.
I see they picked best game adaptation being Fallout, considering Arcane probably wasn't out when it got nominated, when these nominees came out.
Yeah, and it probably wasn't over either. Streamer's Choice Award, Chained Together. I don't know what that is.
That's the game where
it was really big on Twitch when it was a thing, and a lot of people were playing it. It's one of those.
It's where you like climb together, but you're chained together. So if one of you makes a mistake, you both kind of fall down.
Okay. Still playing award, Minecraft. Still playing award for mobile. Sonic High Star Rail.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, brother.
Those check out.
Most wanted game, GTA 6.
Yeah,
I don't like.
What a weird.
Let me ask a question. Are you guys like Salem? Assuming you had a console laid on, or it comes out on PC day one, are you excited for GTA 6?
Okay, so I did play GTA 5 on the 360 back in the day. I remember this. It was pretty fun, but the problem is that like I am not the target audience for this game. I like it was decent fun, but I did not love it and obsess over it like some fans did. So I'm not excited for GTA 6. I never cared.
I've been a fan of the GTA franchise, so yes, I am excited, but not to the point of obsessively ravenous fans.
Fucking indie game won Game of the Year before GTA 6. Unbelievable.
Yeah. The Ultimate Game of the Year, Black Myth Wukong. I haven't played it, but, you know, hope it's well deserved. I know lots of people liked it.
People say it's like, despite being a Souls-like game, it's very easy compared to any Soulsborne game.
Oh, really?
Well, there's a really cool mechanic that I know of because I haven't played it yet, but there's a really cool mechanic in it where you can like turn into different characters that like you've beaten, as far as I understand it. Like you just full on turn into them. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, he's the trickster.
Well, those were the Joystick Awards. I know we had a lot of award talk today, but that's it for that. We might tune into the Video Game Awards when it happens. But okay, guys, we've been talking about this for 3 weeks now. The end has come, and now we've been getting conflicting reports these last 3 weeks about Arcane's too expensive. They won't do it anymore. Oh no, never mind. They will. So what are you guys hoping for? More Arcane?
Yeah.
Now with the way all right. So spoilers. We're gonna talk spoilers for Arcane season 1, 2, possible lore that Sherm knows. I do not know it. All spoiler talk. If you want to watch Arcane without being spoiled, get out now. But that's it. This is your one warning. Go. All right. So were you guys satisfied with the ending?
No.
Okay. I was not the only one. Okay.
I'm thinking about it, and like I don't think so. Like, yeah, I'm sad that like at least as far as we're aware, there isn't going to be more to this, but not really. No. And this kind of plays into the whole like time thing that I was talking to you guys about before. I'm not a fan of messing with time.
So the time mechanic wasn't to your liking?
No. I really don't like time fuckery in like any media. I'm just not a fan of it.
So are you telling me that in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, you didn't like the time turner?
That was like one of the
no.
Like in the book, I think they did an okay job. In the movie, it was even dumber. God, I hated that. That was such a forgettable movie.
Some people say that one's the best one out of all of them.
Some people are wrong, and that's okay. They can be wrong.
Hold on, I'm gonna go put in my notebook. Jose is wrong. I was talking about me.
You like The Prisoner of Azkaban?
I do. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't like Harry Potter 4 and the Goblet of Fire, where Dumbledore calmly asks Harry, "Did you put your name in the goblet?"
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? I yes. So that's my second favorite.
That's
and then
a good
and then I think I would say like my third favorite one is probably Deathly Hallows Part 2. Okay, but going back to Arcane. Salem, you didn't like the timey-wimey shenanigans?
No, I did not. I'm not a fan of that, and just for whatever reason, because like Victor's like I guess ascended form or whatever you want to call it, I think is cool as hell.
Was pretty cool. I liked his old man Jesus robe thing that he had going on. I like that. That was pretty cool.
Like any depiction of Victor, I like. I'm not gonna lie. Victor is my baby boy. I love him so much. But I don't know, just because like with the events playing out the way they did, besides the time stuff, I can't really say I'm like upset with the writing or anything. Like I think the writing was fine. It's because of the time shit that left me kind of just I don't know turned off by it.
Is this one of the reasons you don't like BioShock 3?
I mean, it's an element for sure, but then again, there's not a whole lot about it I like is the thing that I've told you.
Besides Songbird,
like the gun limitations. I don't like the way a lot of the vigors, I think they call them in that. I don't like the way a lot of those play. But yeah, the time thing is of course part of that as well.
Yeah.
So given the nature of Arcane, I have this article here pulled up for us. Arcane is only the beginning of Riot and how do you say this? Fortiche?
Probably.
Plans for League of Legends shows.
Give me give me either the Shadow Isles or Noxus. I imagine we're going to Noxus next.
So here's a quote by one of the lead members for Arcane. It says, "We have over 160 champions in our game, and there's tons of them where I'm like, I want to know their story." So do you guys feel the same way? Because I do. I mean, I've told Sherm this. I want to know where those demon girls come from.
Oh, you're talking about Evelyn again?
Yes.
Yeah.
That one.
Evelyn's cool. I don't know a lot about Evelyn besides she's the equivalent of like a succubus. She like entraps men and kills them.
I also would like to know I would like to see the girl you have your chair based on, the one with the guns.
Oh, dude, Bilgewater, Misfortune, fucking Twisted Fate, Graves. That would be cool. Alawi.
So they have a lot of characters. They have plenty that they can work with.
Yeah, I would like to see them go to like a different area, but I have a feeling the way we left off, where spoilers, Mel is like taking command of the Noxus fleet and heading back to Noxus. Like we're just probably going there next. There's no other logical conclusion we could draw.
Now, does that have something to do with those crows you were talking about with the 3 eyes?
Yeah, those. I have a feeling those would be the character Swain's crows. He always has birds like flying around him.
Okay. Now, what do you think we could get if we possibly get a show revolving around that guy?
Well, it wouldn't just be involving him, but it'd probably be like the struggle of power in Noxus. You get to see a lot of cool characters like Darius and Draven and Riven, and like LeBlanc is heavily mentioned, even though never by name, which was weird. Again, one of the things that's annoying about the second season of Arcane is like we pretty much did everything except say her name or show her face. It's like so strange, because it's like, okay, well, you wanna like lead into a new story. Clearly we're going somewhere else. Not made immediately apparent by the people promoting the show, but like if you're gonna do that, like give us a little tease besides, well, Mel's heading back to Noxus. Like give us fucking LeBlanc's name and face. Give us a character to attach to, so that way we're excited when we get to see them again. I don't know. It just like the entire thing was just disappointing. It's so disappointing. Like the more I think about it, I'm more disappointed to the point that I forgot that Jinx fucking died at the end. Like, I can't even fucking process the fact that Jinx is just fucking dead, because it didn't matter at the end of the day. I was so overall like just disappointed in the ending of season 2.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with you. Like I didn't forget, but like I didn't feel anything when it happened, and I liked Jinx. I mean, I liked all these characters, but yeah, when Jinx died, I was just kind of
Oh, don't forget, we had to do the trope of character cuts their hair for character development.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I liked her new style though. It didn't bother me too much.
I did like it when she unraveled her hair. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, although,
go ahead, Trim.
I was just gonna say that one scene where she's like laying in the middle of that thing with all her hair going out in all directions. I'm like, that's a cool looking visual, but how would she actually sit down and make it look like that?
Is that like when you think about
people not saying goodbye on the telephone? Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. I was just like, okay, that's a cool shot and I love it, but also like, what did she like pick up strands of her hair and like part them so that way it looked like it spread all around her? Like, what the fuck? So just that amount of hair is wild. That's not the point though.
I did want to bring up that Heimerdinger wasn't present for the end of the series, which was very funny because I completely forgot about him as soon as Echo was sent back to his own like world, essentially. Like Heimerdinger vanished and I didn't think of him once the entire time when they were doing the final battle.
I like Heimerdinger. I think the only reason we probably didn't get to see more is because it would have been such a disconnect between like in-game Heimerdinger, where he's a goofy scientist that messes with machines, from like the self-serious character, like relatively self-serious character of Heimerdinger in Arcane, where he's kind of like the curmudgeon-y old professor that doesn't like want to push like Jace and Victor's like experiments forward.
And look what happened when they went ahead with it.
I mean, it worked.
True, but then they also caused all of. Do you think the cause of the whole root of the show was Jace and Victor?
Yeah,
me too. That's what I was thinking.
That's why Victor kept going back in time to give Jace the fucking stone.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
Like, okay, the other thing that kind of annoyed me was like, okay, so Jace came out and said, I need to explain to you the horrors of the Arcane, but all we saw was like one other version of the universe where like people died. It's like that's all he needed to see, and he was like, yep, no, can't fucking use this shit ever.
Yeah, but yet we see another universe where everybody's like, yeah, I mean, Vi died, but everything else is relatively okay.
Well, I mean, technically in that universe, they never invented the hex tech.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So I don't know.
I love time. I love it.
Yeah, time great.
I mean, is there anything else to say that we haven't already said these last 2 weeks? It's a good show. The narrative, it kind of sounds like you guys are saying the narrative kind of takes a little bit of a kerfuffle by the end, but it doesn't hurt the show overall. That's where I'm kind of seeing with you guys.
Near the end, I was kind of like, not in terms of like what we were seeing, but like near the end, it felt like the last 2 episodes of original Evangelion, where it was just like we were just talking talking about like thoughts and ideas that don't really fucking matter at the end of the day. Like it got a little philosophical for me, where it's just like we're just talking out loud, and eventually like action's gonna happen, and that's gonna conclude this. But there's not a lot like actually going on. I guess for the people that are excited about the action scenes, it'll be good for them.
The Shonen Bros.
Yeah, I hope they're happy.
I hope so too.
Well, for me, it's hard to pin down, right? Because I mean, time stuff aside, like I don't think the writing was like bad, but just for some reason, the last 2 episodes, at least I think, maybe the just last 2 episodes, for whatever reason, like when things were playing out the way they were, I didn't feel the impacts that you'd think you would. You know what I mean? Like, I liked Loris. He ends up just getting killed, didn't feel anything. Jinx died, didn't really feel anything. You know, Jace was finally able to convince Victor to, you know, stop the cycle that they're talking about. I didn't fucking feel anything. I don't know what it is, but
if like at the end of season 1, it felt like you had enough payoffs where you were happy, but you still wanted to follow what was going on into the next season. This season, I'm just kind of like, I have almost nothing wrapped up. Like, I guess Caitlyn and Vi are together. Hey, that's cool. Also, did we need to have the entire like sex scene in there?
Apparently it was necessary.
I don't mean to get too deep in the weeds here, but like I enjoyed watching it, but also I was like, man, this is going on for a while. Like, what are we doing? Like, you could have just had them making out and then cut to black, and I would have gotten the same message.
See, that's what I thought was going to happen, right? But then, it just kept lingering, and the whole time, I don't care. I want the story to move on. I don't need to see them giggling and, you know, stripping and everything. Like, I don't give a shit. You could just have them kissing and making up, and that would have been fine. Like, wasting time.
Like, the only thing I kind of wanted from that scene was like when Caitlyn's like, I was fucking around with the ginger one, and Vi's like, I don't give a shit, and then they kiss again, and it's like, all right, cut it there. That's all I need.
Yeah, that would have been fine.
But
that
like,
would have been all right.
It's like, I'm not usually one to criticize like weird fan service, but that felt like weird fan service, like over the top for no reason.
Well, here's a question. Were you guys satisfied with like Jinx's arc, Vi's arc, Caitlyn, Echo's, everybody's, Jace's, Victor's, Singe? Did we even finish him off?
Oh my God, I forgot. We didn't get to see my boy do anything except for his daughter like somehow became a robot. We didn't really get into that too much. Like, that was another thing that kind of annoyed me, is like we saw his daughter transform into fucking like a robot, better known as Oriana, but like I don't know how that happened.
I mean, I thought about that too. The only thing that I could like rationalize is like, you know, hey, Victor gave him some robot juice and then he pumped into his daughter's like sarcophagus, and she's just a robot. That's all I can assume, because we didn't really see anything.
Yeah, like so many things where I just go, this could have been wrapped up in a neater bow. I'm not gonna say like if they come out with like the thing after Arcane, whatever they're gonna call it, like I'm not gonna say that I don't want to watch it, but like my expectations are definitely lower now than they were after like coming off of season 1.
I don't know, it's kind of bothering me that it's hard for me to like really explain how I feel about the ending of it. This may require another watching, at least from me, to like really pin down where and why I feel like, you know, like the wind's out of my sails. You know what I mean? Season 1 was great, and I enjoyed the majority of season 2 that we were watching together, but for whatever reason, like the last 2 episodes, just I'm kind of meh about it.
I think endings are always going to be hard to satisfy, but I mean, I think it did a good job. At least it didn't drop the ball like Attack on Titan or Jujutsu Kaisen or other
My Hero Academia.
Yep, didn't want to make those guys mad, but you know, yeah, you're right. My Hero.
Oh, whatever.
He's a teacher now.
So, I mean, I do hope we get something else in the Arcane verse. I know that they first came out like, oh, it's so expensive, but then even the Arcane people were like, that's a pittance to us. Also, compare that to an actual animated movie. They spend the same amount and you're only getting 2 hours. Relax. You might get something new. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Well then, you know, here's to another 5 years. How long did we wait for this one? 2 to 3?
3 years, yeah.
So, I mean, I don't mind. I mean, Spider-Verse Part 3 was supposed to come out this year and we still haven't even gotten it. So, you know what? Let them cook. That's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna say right now, before we get off of this, or however long we're gonna get off of it for, I think Rictus is fucking Hecarim, but I just want that put out in the universe somewhere, so that way I can always reference back to it. Go, see, I fucking told you.
Yeah, sure. And honestly, I guess regardless of whether you're right or not, I'd just be happy to see Hecarim.
The spear is like, cause it bothered me when we were watching it that first or the second week, because I was like, okay, well, his spear kind of looks like Hecarim, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, how would he become that character? And then I'm like looking at all the other Noxus soldiers' spears. I'm like, well, they don't look like his spear. his spear is like uniquely designed exactly the same way. So also I think that was Swain's Crow, but other than that, I don't. Swain's Crow, Hecarim, and LeBlanc is the Black Rose, but that's all pretty safe bets.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you guys got anything else to say about Arcane, or is that really all we can really say at this time?
I mean, I'm pretty good. I mean, it looked great. It sounded great. It's just for whatever reason, the wind was taken out of my sails the last couple episodes, and like deaths that should impact the audience were not impacting me.
Yep, same.
So I wanted to show you guys something real quick. I'll show you guys this, and then we can end off of we can end here for today. Look at what our stats were today.
Holy moly, that was a zoom in.
Sorry about that. Are you still able to see it?
Yep.
Okay. So you guys see where our view count kind of is at?
Oh man,
for our shorts?
people love the Fu Manchu.
Yeah, people loved our Fu Manchu one. Only 5 people did the Be Like Him.
It's
the
so
Be Like Him one.
funny to see the numbers like this, dude. Because like
Numbers,
Dorko isn't good
Mason.
in triple digits. You don't mess with Rooster Fight 1 digit, and then 4 digits for British man is a Chinese man, and then back to 1 for Himmel.
Now, here's the funny part though, is that right on YouTube, this one didn't do too well, but when you go to TikTok, it did 230 views. One person at least bookmarked it, and it's got 19 likes. So, but look at the Fu Manchu one on TikTok. Nobody's even watched it.
Yeah, you'll have that.
9 people watched the Boruto isn't good. 1 person watched the Rooster Fighter thing. I even post them on here, by the way, in case you guys were wondering.
What was that?
Do you want to
I don't
tell
know,
us
dude.
something?
No, I don't even look at any Twitter, so that's all what Twitter's trying to push to me. But yeah, here's our one common writer hater.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Just gives me the
Oh yeah, Beroba. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I do post them on Instagram. Now I'll ask you guys this off when we're done here, but I do post them on YouTube. We only got 1 like for Mr. Fu Manchu on Instagram, so I mean I think we're doing okay so far.
What's going on here?
So I thought this was going to be important, but I guess not.
Well,
Do you see? This is why I hate Twitter. They keep giving me notifications for things like. What is this? This has nothing to do with me.
hey, I get those too every now and then. You just you click on them, you're like, what the fuck, and then you move on.
Yeah, I forgot why I hate Twitter so much, but Elon's Twitter is so much worse. But okay, I mean, oh look at that, Fate Stay Night, Heaven's Feel, the movie trilogy streamed.
Would you look at that?
Finally,
That's what I
can
needed.
finally watch it without having to pay YouTube $6.
So December 19th for the Heaven's Feel trilogy. Okay.
Yep, all 3 of them.
Actually, I paid $8 because the second movie I let the license expire on my rental.
Oh, that's right, dude. I remember you saying that to us. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels bad.
Feels bad, man. Okay, well, I mean, do we got anything else we want to say or to the audience or anything? Oh, I do want to give a quick shout out. He'll probably never hear this, but Salem, what was his name? The guy who commented to us yesterday. He saved our visual novel experience.
He did. Fuck, I forgot his name.
Was it like Title or?
No, it was fuck, what, Joyful or something. I can't remember his name, dude.
Because I can't find his comment on Twitch. I don't know why.
You'd probably have to go to like specifically in the VOD when he commented.
Yeah, because I couldn't find it. So
well, we had one gentleman come into our Twitch chat and give us advice on a mod that would make the experience better for us. And when we installed it and played it, yeah, it was a hell of a lot better because the fucking dialogue for Higurashi that we're playing would just take up the whole screen damn near, and it wouldn't say which character was talking.
We didn't know who was who.
Yeah, we just had to kind of guess. But in the mod, all of a sudden we know it's Keiichi or it's Mion or it's Rika or whoever.
Yeah, but hey, I'm happy. I'm glad that guy came around and saved us.
I'm sorry, I forgot your name, mystery Twitch chat member. I'm sorry.
I'm sure I'll go back and listen to the video later and I'll be like, that's what his fucking name was. So I'll shout him out next week. I'll write it down and I'll shout him out next week.
Hey, fucking hero.
Definitely saved our experience. Imagine going through that for the next how many ever hours we probably would have done.
Dude, the amount of time we would have killed just by like us taking turns. Because you and I were going back and forth every now and then like, wait, I think this is you or I think this is you.
Yeah, well, anyways, that guy, he's a saint. So really appreciate him and his advice. Other than that, I really got nothing else. No one's emailed us yet. No one's tweeted at us. No one's sent us anything asking for our opinions. So
shame on you people. Send us some emails.
So hopefully people start listening to the pod after more clips maybe blow up a little bit more. I mean, 2,000 views, not great, but hey, we're trying. It's something. You guys got anything else to say before we head off?
I think we've covered everything, unless Sherman thinks of something.
Nope.
You're all good? Sure.
Yep.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody tuning in for this episode 27. Sherm, can you tell the good people to like and subscribe? I like when you do it. You do it better.
Like, comment, and finger bang the notification bell.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody. If you want to get in contact with us, like I said, it's Twitter and Instagram, isano.monjo. The email is isano_monjo. Email is isano.monjo@gmail.com. And then my Twitch and all that, same thing, isano_monjo. YouTube, Isano's Denou Takus, where you're currently on, because my main priority is YouTube right now. So that's where I look at most of my numbers.
And just to double check with you, do you have the links for all these in the video description?
I do be putting them in, yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Well, then there's no excuse.
Correct. He has a point. Even TikTok's on there. So get on that. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And yeah, take care.
Goodbye.